This is Danny. He runs a one-man Wix Studio website development agency that generates 7 sources of income, and 6 of them are completely passive, which makes me jealous because I'm still stuck fighting with clients about making their logos bigger. And now I want to know his secret formula because one of my biggest goals is to make money while I sleep, even though I don't sleep because I'm literally Batman. So the first and most obvious income stream is creating websites for clients. But there's something special about how Danny actually gets clients. Danny's a legend-level Wix Studio partner, which is the equivalent of being Henry Cavill in a room full of Witcher-obsessed girls who happen to need a website.
It's awesome for getting clients. Something amazing that, and they're free, by the way. So it's not like you have to pay for them.
And with Wix Studio, he's able to charge higher prices because he's able to create higher quality websites with really cool animations and better responsiveness. He's charged up to $30,000 for Wix Studio websites, which is pretty impressive. Not only does he get leads directly from Wix Studio, he also gets leads from his YouTube channel, Wix Epic Solutions, which is obviously epic because it's literally in the name. Which brings us to the second source of income, Wix Studio's revenue sharing plan. As a Wix Studio partner, he gets 20 to 50% revenue share when a client purchases a plan, which after he creates their website is completely passive income. And sometimes he doesn't even need to create their website. Some clients only want small updates, but when he upgrades them to Wix Studio, he gets that sweet revenue sharing honey. Then when he notices a popular category like a real estate website, he creates a Wix Studio template for anyone to buy, which is the third way he makes income. And to make this income source deadlier, he links his templates in the description of his YouTube videos. And if a client decides to purchase his template, then purchases a plan, he gets that revenue share passive income, which is what I call the double dip strategy. For now, he sells templates directly on his website, but later this year, Wix Studio is launching their template marketplace, which will open the floodgates to even more potential customers. And if you think that's impressive, let me tell you about the fourth income source he's currently working on, Wix Studio e-commerce revenue sharing. Wix recently launched a 0.1% revenue share for any e-commerce sales that's generated through a client website using Wix Studio. So if a client sells t-shirts and makes $300,000 that year, he'd make $3,000 completely passively, on top of the Wix Studio revenue share plan he's already earned.
Pretty cool because it's just something that you get from every transaction that happens from your clients, which is very exciting because I have a client that processes over 50, 100,000 per month in just one single transaction. So they do multiple of those. So even if it's 1%, of course, it adds up.
So we've covered 4 income sources so far: creating websites for clients, Wix Studio's revenue share plan, Wix Studio templates, and e-commerce revenue sharing. 3 of them are passive forms of income. But how can you get a piece of the Wix Studio revenue pie? You can create your free Wix Studio account linked in the video description where you can try Wix Studio, their web platform, built for agencies and enterprises. And Wix Studio is actually sponsoring this video, but I would have made this video anyway even if they didn't give me any money. But don't tell them I told you that. To start, I recommend creating your freelancer agency website and learning all about Wix Studio. Then, when you're ready, apply to their Wix Studio certification. After that, start creating templates for potential clients to buy. This will improve your skills, and when someone buys a template, you'll earn points to increase your partner level to get more leads directly from Wix Studio, on top of any revenue sharing. Which brings us to income source 5, Wix Studio's app marketplace. So Danny and I are actually working on a super top secret Wix Studio app that might make us millionaires so that I can finally live my dream and buy a Batmobile to get Catwoman to finally notice me. Income source requires us to be a bit more technical and learn Velo, the development framework created by Wix.
Velo is run on JavaScript and is a way to add more custom functionality to your current website.
But once we're finished creating this app, any revenue generated will be passive AF, as the kids say. But don't worry when I say we have to learn Velo, because what I mean is Danny will do all the Velo coding while I'll tell him what button colors we should use. But the cool thing about that is Danny also sells custom Velo code, which is his 6th source of income. Sometimes clients need custom functionality that Wix Studio doesn't provide out of the box. He uses ChatGPT to help him generate Velo code, then sells a generic code snippet for other clients to buy. But Wix Studio actually has an AI assistant that helps generate and fix code directly on the Wix IDE, which means he doesn't even need to use ChatGPT. And finally, Danny is working on a Wix Studio course all about using AI to create Velo custom code for Wix Studio websites, which will be his 7th source of income. So all of Danny's income sources has definitely inspired me to create more income sources of my own. But I'm curious, which income sources sound the best to you? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, you should definitely subscribe and watch this video next, because apparently the YouTube algorithm thinks this is the best next video for you.